Okay, it's time to do the dishes. Honey, the water's out again.
Cold is fine. Hot, not so fine. How you gonna fix it?
On this episode on Proceeding Onward in America. To change out this, I got these so I can do just that. Look kind of damaged. I see a leak. Hello and welcome to Proceeding Onward in America.
POA!
Welcome back to our channel. I am Fabian, and today we are going to be doing a project of changing our check valve. We've been told that our check valve is the problem with our hot water, and times where the hot water just stopped working, they're claiming that the check valve, this little plasticky piece right there, this one is made out of brass, but the one that's inside the unit is made out of plastic. So they're claiming that this is getting stuck in a position that's not giving us any flow or pressure on hot water. So I was told by a lot of Jayco fans on Facebook to change out this. So shouldn't be that hard. They're having that little arrow on it right there that tells you where the water flow goes. Don't know how well you can see that, but the water flows this way. So I'm just gonna take everything out of my bay and go behind the back door and look for this plasticky piece, take that out and replace it with this and put everything back. So first things first, we got to turn off the water source. Then we're going to drain out all the lines. We're going to open up our sink in the bathroom and the kitchen, and then we're going to drain out the hot water tank as well. That way we have no water in this unit at all before I open up any plumbing. Follow me and let's go turn off the water source. Okay, first things first, cut off the main water port. I got these so I can do just that. Simple. All the water is going to get stopped right there. This is going to be the hot water heater. Release the pressure. Still more water in there. Over there, hey Becky, is where I gotta release the pressure. If you have a 377 RLBH, this is one of the problems. A lot of people that own these always complain is the lower water pressure. But if you have any other model and you consistently see that you have low water pressure in your hot, as well as your hot water just keeps cutting off, chances are it's a bad check valve. All right, and this would release our low point drains. Now I'm gonna go inside, open up the sink and the bathroom sink, and that should release more pressure, more water out of the lines. That's gonna let that go. Okay, it stopped dripping. That means all the water should be out the line. Let's go release the water out of the hot water tank. All I gotta do is just release this, open up this, and that will drain that. Need a 7/8 socket. I forgot to mention, because luckily my wife reminded me, to turn off your hot water heater. If you're running on your electric hot water heater, turn it off. If you're using your propane hot water heater, turn it off, because we're emptying out the hot water tank, so we don't need no heat source going on in there while there's no water in there, because that can destroy the equipment. So turn it off, turn it off, turn it off. Thank you, Becky, I love you. Okay, now the next step is to go inside, get behind that wall, and unplug the old one and switch in the new one. So let me get to the other side. Hello again. Now, not much light in here, but you can see me. I'm gonna open up these. That's the hot water tank. What I also just found out, which we did not know, was our tank is the new water heater tank that's made out of aluminum. So it don't have no anoid rod inside of it. So we don't have to change that every year. But I'm guessing because there is no anoid rod in it, we have to clean it out probably every year or 6 months. Onward rod are used in old steel tanks. So if you have an old steel water tank, you have an Onward rod that you have to change at least every year to 2 years, depending on how often you use it. If you have the new models that have the aluminum tanks, you don't need the Onward rod anymore. You just gotta clean it out. All right, let's screw this back on and get the water flowing again.
Thanks, Josh, the RV nerd, for the information. I have to do a little shout out. He's the one that helped us.
All right. Screw this. And now we gotta get this out. I think I got it. That's the check valve. That's definitely kind of broken. See how that's looked kind of damaged from all the hot water and pressure. Oops, lost the spring. And this is the spring that's supposed to keep it in play. So that's the check valve that they put in there. Not so good. So we're gonna replace it with this one. So let's put some Teflon tape on it. So this is gonna be the new one. I wrapped it around with Teflon tape, and since the water is coming out this way, that means I gotta screw this piece in first. So let's get this screwed in, and I'm gonna need a 1-inch socket to fit around this and tighten this in. So let's get this ball rolling and fix our water heater. You can get better hot low flow, plus it's built better and hot water is not gonna melt all this plastic and rubbery parts. Water sauce. See, that's simple. Now that that's back on, I'm gonna close my low point drains and push them back down so no water comes through those. And then I'm going to go to the water heater, so come with me, and we are going to put that cap back on and turn on the source so the water can start filling up. So I'll meet you on the other side. Now what are we gonna do is, oh, there you are. Well, what are you doing in there? I said meet me over here. Now, what I'm gonna do is just put this back on, close off this, not hard, plastic cover. Close the pressure valve, get your 7/8 and just hand tight this space. Don't let it mix. Doesn't need to be too tight. Close that, close the low point drains, close the pressure valve, and then we should be able to turn back on the source. And the water is now filling up the hot water tank. So we're gonna let that fill up and make sure everything is working and we have no leaks. So let's go back to the other side, go inside, make sure there's no leaks coming out, and we should be good. We'll check back later to make sure everything is working and under control. No leaks, nowhere, so that's good. We have it on to get the air out the line. Open up all the pipes on the hot so we can get all the air out of the lines. Shower. All the air is out of the lines and water is flowing back nice and smooth. So now we go and we turn back on. Whoa, you can see me. Let's turn on the hot water heater, the electric one, and let that kickstart and heat up the water, and we'll be back when the water's hot. Now I'm just checking for leaks again to make sure everything is A-okay and we have no problems. Oops, I see a leak. We have a leak up here somewhere. All right. So that looks a little bit better. Don't see no leak now. Well, that's how you change out your water heater check valve. And thank you for coming along with this. We would love for you to keep following us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and don't forget to become our Patreon, where just $1 a month can help us make more videos like this. So we'd like to thank you very much. And until next time, keep proceeding onward in your adventures.
We have hot water again. I can do the dishes and take a shower. Yes. Yeah.